As you're probably already familiar, an autoclave, or steam sterilizer, functions through the application of highly pressurized saturated steam. You may also know that autoclaves come in a number of different shapes and sizes, but what you may be learning now for the first time is that there are different ways that autoclaves create and maintain heat and pressure. In this video, I'll be going over two main types of steam sterilization: gravity, or gravity displacement, and vacuum-induced, or pre-vacuum, also known as pre-vac sterilization. Most autoclaves fall into one or the other category, though some use a combination of these different sterilization methods to sterilize. By understanding the difference between gravity and vacuum autoclaves, you can understand which types of media require which type and make a decision on the autoclave sterilizer that's right for you and your operation. The first of the main two types of steam sterilization is gravity autoclaving, also known as gravity displacement autoclaving. This is the most basic form of autoclave and involves creating steam inside the autoclave chamber, which displaces ambient air and forces out of the exhaust valves. This replacement of the air in the chamber gives it the name gravity displacement and is also sometimes referred to as downward replacement because the relatively cooler ambient air travels downward and is forced out of the autoclave. Through the replacement of ambient air with pressurized steam, items inside the chamber can be sterilized effectively due to heat being applied to the surface through pressurized steam that saturates the autoclave chamber. Because of this, gravity autoclaves are suitable for sterilizing the most common laboratory media, including steel utensils, glassware, liquids, and biohazardous waste. This is because these items only need the steam to come into contact with the surface and do not contain any unreachable pockets and spaces within. Vacuum, or vacuum-induced autoclaves, also known as pre-vac autoclaves, allow for sterilization in harder-to-reach places through a vacuum mechanism. In these autoclaves, a vacuum pump evacuates the ambient air within, allowing high-temperature steam to penetrate and sterilize areas that would normally be occupied by ambient air. Through this vacuum replacement function, these autoclaves can sterilize certain items with hard-to-reach areas within. As mentioned, you'll want to use a vacuum autoclave with porous items or items that have hard-to-reach spaces. This includes, but is not limited to, fabrics and bedding, polyethylene products such as syringes, or wrap dry items that have air trapped inside, such as sterilization pouches that contain surgical tools.